See ya and hello, welcome to Budapest. This city has buildings from fairy tales, but also a bit of a scary history. But today, we're here to find out why this magnificent city used to be in two separate parts. Budapest is the capital city of Hungary. You can find Hungary in Europe. It is squished between 7 other countries. Now, Budapest is a very interesting city, so let's have a look at some of the unique sites. Buda Castle. Buda Castle is the palace and home where the Hungarian kings used to live. It sits on top of Castle Hill within the Castle district, so there is no way you will forget what area you are in. You can either be brave and walk up the hill, or you can catch a pretty funky looking funicular. Which way would you go? Central Market Hall. Now, we're in Hungary, so you may be feeling rather hungry. Let's go find some food. The best place in the city is the Central Market Hall. This is a huge indoor market where even the locals come to do their food shopping. There are many foods to try. If you don't see me for a while, you'll probably find me here. I also filmed a traditional treats video, which you can watch after this one. Heroes Square. Heroes Square is an important part of Hungarian history. It holds some statues of Hungarian leaders and holds tribute to soldiers from the war. Budapest Parliament. Have you ever seen such a grand building? All the detailing in different shapes is incredible. It looks rather spiky. Well, this is the Parliament building, and to make this giant building, they used 40 million bricks, 500,000 precious stones, and 40 kgs of gold were used. That's one heavy building. The name Budapest actually splits into two different parts, Buda and Pest. In November of 1873, Buda and Pest and a smaller city called Óbuda came together to create one great city. This river behind me is called the River Danube, and it runs right through the middle, so you could tell where the two different cities were. Just by looks alone, you can see the different cities and what makes them different to each other. Buda is on the western side of the river, and it holds the Buda Castle. Buda is very steep and hilly, which means that you get some magnificent views. The roads over on that side are very narrow and they wind all the way around the buildings. Now, the Pest side, which is this side, the eastern side, is as flat as a pancake, which means it's much easier to get around. This side is much more modern. It has the shops, cafes, and restaurants. Whatever side you're going on, you're going to get an all-round experience. So have you learnt lots about Budapest? Well, if you have, it's time to put that knowledge to use. So, for our activity today, we're going to be using the idea of two different cities coming together to create one. So you're going to need to buddy up with a partner for this one. Just wait, not just yet. You and your partner are going to be given a piece of paper that needs to be divided into two parts. So today, you're going to be designing and drawing your own city on each side of the paper. Then, when you and your buddy have finished your own cities on each side of the paper, you bring it together to create one magnificent city, just like Budapest. Now, when you do this activity, you need to make sure that your two different cities are different from each other, just like Buda is hilly and Pest is flat. Now, your cities are going to need to have a name. Come up with something creative. So each of you name your different parts of the cities, so when you put them together, it comes up with a really interesting name. It could be something like Letter and Ville to make Letterville, or Pere and Grun to make Peregrun. It can be anything you like. Before you start, I want you to turn to the people next to you and tell them the things that you love about the city that you live in. then maybe you can use these ideas to help you designing your own city. Now, when you have finished designing and drawing your cities, you can extend yourself even further and do some writing. It is going to be an explanation piece of writing because you're going to be explaining the different parts of your cities. Some ideas that you could write about is the landscape. What is the scenery like? You could talk about the buildings. Are they old? Are they new? Are they different colors? Or you could talk about all the different parks that you have. There's plenty you could write about. Anything that you may need for this activity can be found in the link for the resources. Right, you are definitely ready now to become city planners and designers. So you better get moving. There are cities to design, people, come on! Thank you for coming along on this Budapest adventure. I have had a blast and I hope you have as well. And I will see you all soon. Vizslat! Thanks for watching! Why not continue learning by clicking on one of these lesson videos? And make sure to click that subscribe button. Happy travels!